Hi everybody, Jordan Blotcher here, aka the Sports Card Lawyer, back again with another video. Now this video is going to be a little bit different because I'm not going to be making a pick. We're actually just going to be revisiting one of my picks that I made only a few days ago. So on one of my first days producing videos for this channel, I made a video of a budget pick of the Matthew Stafford 2009 Topps 430 base in PSA 10. One of the things that we talked about was how this card is relatively low population. There's only 247 of them in the world in PSA 10, and so they don't sell all that often. But they do sell from time to time, and with the season around the corner and with the Rams expected to perform really well, we can expect to see some movement in this card. And a few days ago, I noticed that the last sold comp on this card was $150. At least the last sold comp that was registering on the Market Movers Pro tool was, a July 31st sale. For $150, and we noticed that that was very far below the trend line for this particular card. We noticed that this trend line is positioned right around $250. We were expecting for this card to be worth about $250, but its most recent sale and the few sales before it had been lower, 124, 150, 150, and now we can see that just a few days later, on August 6th, we have a sale right at the trend line value of $250. And so if somebody had seen my content when I recommended this card at $150 and managed to get it at that price point, well, would you look at that? Now we have a new comp just a few days later at $250. We had a card that was trading very below trend line, and nothing has happened. There hasn't been any Matt Stafford news that we were speculating about that would cause the card to go back and return to trend line. I just wanted to make the point that returning to trend line is what cards normally do. It is the expectation of what's going to happen. It won't always happen, but it's what we expect to happen. And so if you bought the card at $150 and then were able to realize a $250 value on the card only a week later, you're making $100 on a $150 investment. That is a 66% return over a matter of just a few days of holding the card because we were paying attention and because we saw an opportunity. And so anytime I make a pick like this and then I see major movement in the card after the fact, I'm going to make another video. I want to be accountable for the things that I recommend to you guys, the cards that I recommend you buy in the certain grade that I recommend it in. I want to be accountable for it, and so it's going to be important for me to make these videos that revisit my earlier picks after the fact. And this is just an example of how buying a card below trend line can create opportunity for you when the card returns to trend line. And now that the card is at trend line, if we found a buyer or a trade for this card at $250, I would say trade it. You don't need to hold it. It's already at its year-long trend line, and that trend line is downward sloping. So there is some cause for concern, mostly because we have some really, really high comps over the course of the year. September was really great for this card last year. It traded very high. But because that trend line is downward sloping, I would not hold this card at $250. So it was a strong buy at $150, but now it is a strong sell at $250. And so if you happen to have this card, try to capture $250 to $275 in trade value for it and find a better place to put that $250 to $275 worth of trade value so we can continue to increase the value of our collection over the course of what is bound to be a very exciting NFL season. So thank you for tuning in. Drop me a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and I'm looking forward to making more videos for you very soon.